Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning. Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 3, Episode 5. Coming up today, the Tigers are in for now. The Tigers are in sole possession of the final AL wildcard spot after a successful weekend in Baltimore. Plus, the Lions secure a hard-fought and well-earned win at Arizona. And we cap off our show with our Week 3 NFL recap. I'm Anthony Schulte, and joining me as always is my man, Ryan Donnelly.
What a magical week for Detroit sports. Michigan won on Saturday. Central Michigan won on Saturday. The Tigers won on Saturday. The Twins lost, and the Royals lost. On Sunday, the Lions won. The Tigers won, the Royals won, and the Twins lost twice.
Both games in the doubleheader.
Red Wings hockey's back on Wednesday. I'm very excited for that.
It is going to be a very exciting time in Detroit sports. Yes. Also right next to me, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz.
It is a very exciting time in Detroit sports. You have three major teams competing in getting ready to compete potentially. You're smiling, and I don't know why.
You forgot a team.
I forgot a team.
A team that has been dogged.
That has been dogged for many, many years.
Many days.
For many, many days. Anywho, you got three major teams in Detroit getting ready to just go in action since 2014. It's a great day to be a Detroit sports fan.
It is. The Tigers did clinch their first winning season since, was it 2014?
2016.
So that was their first winning season. Do the Pistons count as a major team anymore?
No.
Maybe Michael was right. Maybe it is just three major teams. Then
you can probably call it three major teams, maybe until they're competent enough.
They got to earn it.
They might be.
Exactly. They got to
just like how the Tigers had to earn it this year, the Pistons have to earn it this year.
Could you say that the Pistons have to restore their respect?
No, there are. I can count how many people on my fingers that are true believers in the Detroit Pistons.
I'm one of them. You at least have
two.
One.
There are two people.
There's at least two, according to Ryan.
There's two, and one of them is sitting right next to me.
And also, right across, Isaac Haffenden joins us once again here on Card Guys.
All right, I'd like to start off the show with a phrase as old as time itself. How about them Dallas Cowboys?
Octagon, hexagon,
season gone.
Season gone. I love those memes.
Not great. How the heck did we lose on a fake?
We? Are you on the team?
Yes.
Bro
I'm
plays
on
for
multiple
the Dallas
teams.
Cowboys. Bro is from Dallas.
I am from Dallas.
Are you from Bo Dallas?
Yes.
Uncle Howdy?
I am from Uncle
Wyatt
Howdy.
6. You are part of the Wyatt 6 now.
Yes, I am.
WWE reference if you don't know where that's coming from. All right, let's start the show off with our 3 stars. Isaac, we'll start with you, our guest today.
All right. My number 1 star is going to be Andy Dalton, going out there having a great game for Carolina, slinging the pigskin. What is he, like the first quarterback this year to have 250 yards and 3 touchdowns and a half?
Yeah, the Red Rocket.
The Red Rifle himself, proving that Bryce Young is, in fact, the biggest draft bust since Jamarcus Russell. In fact, maybe a bigger draft bust than Jamarcus Russell, because at least the Raiders didn't have to trade up a king's ransom to draft him.
That's true.
My second star, I'll go with Khalil Mullins. It was kind of hard to decide who my second one was going to be, but we'll go him. Good running back from Michigan. Looking a lot better than Donovan Edwards. He's proven to be a 3-down back for Michigan, so that's good. Anyway, my third star, I'm going to go with Bo Brisky. It was the game on Saturday for against the Orioles. It was second and third, no outs, tied game. He relieved Foley. Got 3 outs, largely due to a spectacular diving catch by Trey Sweeney, proving that Javi Baez, his services might no longer be needed. But, yeah, I'm going to go Mullins, Dalton, and Brisky as my 3 stars for the week.
There you are, Ryan. Let's just go down the list here.
2 things. 1, I can't wait to do 3 stars in October, so that way all four major sports are playing in October. So basketball, hockey, baseball, and football. I can't wait to do 3 stars, so we have more options.
Yeah, there'll be a wider player pool.
Because this brings up my second point. My 3 stars today are very weird, and I'm going to explain them right now. My 3rd star is Sam Darnold, who yesterday slinging the pigskin for Minnesota against the Houston Texans in what I believe is an upset.
On your fantasy bench as well.
Yes, he put up 23. Guess who my starting quarterback was in fantasy yesterday? Anthony Richardson. Guess how many points he put up? I can count on one hand. 5.
But as you kept saying yesterday, who's winning? Are you still winning? So it doesn't matter because you're winning.
I'm winning. Be shout out Owen AV, friend of the show. I am beating him by 70. Anyways, my 3rd star, Sam Darnold, had 181 yards, 4 touchdowns, a 119.2 pass rating, and a 60% completion rate. Very good. My 2nd star, just the Boston Red Sox. Come on. You not only do you beat the Twins twice, you whooped the Twins twice.
In a row, in the same day.
In a row, in a doubleheader. Thank you. Thank you, Boston. I don't like Boston, but thank you, Boston. And my 1st star, I'm giving it to both Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson yesterday.
So the coordinators.
I'm giving it to both our offensive and defensive coordinators. Ben Johnson, massive improvement from last week. Better in the red zone. That hook and ladder.
That was
glorious.
A beautiful play.
Play of the year.
Awesome.
And it's week 3.
Wait, Gibbs got credited with the touchdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And Aaron Glenn, hold on, fire Aaron Glenn, right? Fire Aaron Glenn. Right?
That is a phrase very, very, very widely said, it seems.
It's been said a lot over the last couple of years.
It has been said.
Fire
It
Aaron
certainly
Glenn.
has.
I wouldn't, because the defense looks, I can't believe I'm saying this, the defense looks elite.
The defense outplayed the offense.
We'll talk about it in a second, but Dan, Lions improved.
For my 3 stars, I'm going to go... I'm trying to decide if I want to switch the order, but I probably won't. 3rd star is going to be Aaron Judge. I mean, the dude just continues to rake every single time he comes up to the plate. He just hit home run number 55 yesterday. He's, again, well on pace to... Definitely not on pace to break his home run record of 62, but he's very, very close to it. But again, he's only got a few games left in the regular season, and then that won't count anymore for the postseason. But Aaron Judge still having a massive season. I would definitely think the heavy favorite to win the AL MVP this year. Mm-hmm. My 2nd star is going to go to Caitlin Clark, unanimous AP Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. Yes, outstanding. Yes. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark, even though the Fever took one on the chin last night to the Sun, I think it was.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I had them beating the Sun.
I didn't want to remind you, but that kind of stuff happens. She's not worried, though, and she has full faith in her team.
I wonder how the rest of that went.
Listening to her talk at the presser, she's not too worried, and I know that she'll be able to help guide the Fever back into contention.
No, that wouldn't have hit anyways because I picked the Mercury over the Lynx.
There you go.
Yeah, so that is cooked.
And then my 1st star it seems like the same old song and dance, but Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yes.
6 for 6, 3 home runs, 49, 50, and 51. First member of the 50-50 club. 10 RBIs, or excuse me, it was
10 RBIs.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it was 10 RBIs, 3 home runs, 4 runs. What more can you say about what Shohei Ohtani's doing right now?
And not only the stats, if you watch the home runs, the sound that comes off of that bat when he strikes a baseball, he has more power than anybody. Like, I think it was his 3rd home run, the absolute moonshot that would have left the stadium if it wasn't enclosed.
Yeah.
The sound that came off of that bat, the first thing I noticed was the sound. I was like, that's how you know he is a generational player. Yep. He is a centurational player. You see one of these players like once every century, almost. Mm-hmm. Because baseball's been around in the 1800s.
Yes, it has.
So I guess I could say that. I don't know.
No, yeah, National League was created back in 1876.
Still,
so there you go.
He could end up being the greatest baseball player of all time.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He could.
He's already, in my mind, one of the probably one of, as of right now.
He's one
but
of the
if not
greats already.
One
yeah.
of the greatest baseball players of all time
I mean,
right now.
He created his own club in Major League Baseball, which is one of the most historically renowned leagues ever. It is
Absolutely.
the most historically renowned league. The history in the MLB is deeper than any sport ever, and he's created his own club. That is insane to think about.
It's unheard of. And Shohei right now, he has 53 home runs, 55 stolen bases. The dude just continues to
Could he make the 60-60 club?
No. Maybe next year.
You don't think he'll hit 7 more home runs?
It's a
How many games
very
are left?
tall
6?
task. I think he's got 6 games left. Let's see. The
I
Dodgers.
think 55-55 club. He just needs 2 more home runs for that.
Maybe?
So the Dodgers right now, they got a 3-game set with the Padres in Los Angeles, and they close out the regular season with a 3-game
In
set
Colorado.
against
He could
the Rockies.
definitely
It
do
could
that.
happen.
He could do
60-60
that.
It
could
could
happen.
definitely happen in Colorado.
60-60 could happen.
I
And
think-
before we move on to Anthony's 3 stars, little off tangent, but boys, how about that unique Topps card that was sold out within
Topps Now card?
Topps Now card that
Yes.
was sold out like that?
Yeah.
That was one of the cards that I probably would have picked up, but I mean, it was just the website crashed every time I went on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll definitely be able to find it in other places.
Oh
but
yeah,
Topps Now has been cooking. They've
They
been
have.
cooking with the LeBron, the Curry, the KD triple auto that they had, and the Shohei Ohtani Topps Now.
definitely.
Definitely was cooking. So
Anywho, those are my 3 stars. Anthony, what do you got?
my 3 stars. So Juwan Jennings is going to be my 3rd star, and it's kind of a bittersweet star because, 30% rostered. Not many people would have started Juwan Jennings. And because Debo was out, my opponent started Juwan Jennings, who is the first player since Jerry Rice to have over 10 receptions, over 150 yards, and over 3 touchdowns in a single game. Jerry Rice. One of the best wide receivers of all time, Juwan Jennings, 46.5 points. However, I need 14 points from all 4 of my players tonight, and I win. So hopefully that happens. Juwan Jennings is my 3rd star. He had, I think it was 175 yards, 11 receptions, 3 touchdowns. 2nd star is Kirby Joseph, J. Curb, as the
good
Lions
pick.
fans like to refer to him as. Big interception in the end zone. It's his 2nd straight game with a big interception in the end zone. Basically he's taking away points from the other team, just coming up big. Kirby Joseph's turning into one of the brightest safeties in the league, brightest young safeties in the league. I absolutely love Kirby Joseph. He's my 2nd star. 1st star is Parker Meadows, just incredible
MVP.
defensively.
MVP of the weekend.
Indeed, he's took away what we thought was a moonshot. We thought it was gone, so we turned off the
I
game.
think that was on the camera angle.
That was, I blame it on the camera guy.
Yeah.
Right when we turn off the game, right when we hit back and go to the guide, we hear Benetti screaming, "Oh my goodness, what a catch!" And we're like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" Whenever we turn off the game, something good happens.
And you know what happened after we
seriously?
turned off the game? Kerry Carpenter's go-ahead home run.
Yep. So Parker, it could have been Kerry Carpenter too. Kerry Carpenter would have been a great 1st star if you think about it. He had three home runs this weekend.
I think
Yeah.
it was 3 this
2
weekend.
yesterday, I
Yeah,
think.
2
yesterday.
But Parker Meadows just saving so many runs in the outfield, 2 spectacular catches and on offense too. He's producing on offense as well. So
Yes.
it's not like he's one dimensional. He's doing it on both ends. So Parker Meadows is my 1st star. Rather lengthy 3 stars, but it was a weekend full of fun sports. So
It was.
full of historical moments and incredible performances. So let's get right into the Detroit Tigers.
Oh,
The Tigers will be our first topic today. Tigers getting it done. They just keep winning, as the kids say. And what we're watching with this team is rather special. It's that of the 2022 Lions. It's that of the 2006 Tigers, I think you could compare them to. This team is a team that nobody thought would do anything. Heck, mid-August, did anybody think we would be here?
No.
Nope.
No, we were
We
8.5 games back.
We called up all of our prospects for a reason. We sold at the deadline for a reason. We decided to throw everybody into the major leagues and just get them some reps. And what has that turned into? It's turned into one of the greatest stories we've seen in the last couple of years of baseball.
Yeah.
That of maybe the Arizona Diamondbacks last year. A team you didn't expect to come in and potentially make the playoffs.
That of the Phillies in 2022.
Exactly.
Where they clinched the playoffs in their last day and made it to the World Series.
Which Matt Vierling was a part of.
Yes.
Matt Vierling's been
was.
an incredible veteran, too. This team is something special. We're watching a special team. And they control their destiny now. They don't have any more road games. They're at home for the rest of the season. You've got the Rays, which will be a tough out. But if you can beat the Royals, you can beat the Orioles, you can beat the Rays. Just got to keep your mind focused. And then you got the White Sox. Probably the best way to end your season.
Yes.
Yep.
They control their destiny. They truly do control their destiny at this point.
Looking at Isaac's screen, he had the AL Central. He had the AL Central pulled up. Looking at the Central, the Guardians are on a 2-game losing streak. The Royals are on a 7-game losing streak. The Twins are on a 2-game losing streak, and the White Sox obviously are on a 5-game losing streak. We are the only team in the AL Central to have a winning streak, and it's 2. Like you said, we control our own destiny.
Yeah.
I feel like every year there's a baseball team that comes out of nowhere and shocks the world. Last year it was the Diamondbacks. 2 years ago it was the Phillies. This year it's the Tigers. I couldn't really go back because I think it really started back in 2022 with the Phillies. But, man, what a turnaround.
Yeah.
I feel like the Rays will trip us up a little bit. I feel like we're underprepared because I feel like the Tigers, in their mind, the Rays did sell a lot at the deadline. They gave up a Rosarena. They don't have
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
No, Paredes, sorry.
Isak
Paredes.
I'm thinking of Isaac Pacheco.
Isak Paredes.
Isaiah
Randy Rosarena. Glasgow's not... Glasgow. Now I'm tripping up with football. Who am I thinking of? Oh, gosh. He's on the Dodgers now.
Tyler Glasnow?
Glasgow.
Glasnow.
Glasnow. See, that makes sense. Pacheco and Glasgow are former Rays.
Pacheco and Paredes are kind of the same.
Yeah, sort of. Glasgow and
You could say
Glasnow are kind of the same, but I feel like Brandon Lowe's still on this team. This entire Rays team is a bunch of prospects, so I feel like...
How are the Rays been doing?
Rays are sitting at 500 right now. They're
78,
78 and 78.
They just beat...
7-3 in their last 10, by the way. So
Yeah.
So they're pretty hot as well.
playing okay.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they were playing the Blue Jays, which are probably a very
Pretty bad.
equal team to
That's
them.
not great.
And I think, if I remember correctly, the Blue Jays were recently eliminated from playoff contention.
They were.
So the Tigers
Yeah.
can't sleep on this Rays team because they're playing spoiler right now.
They are.
The Rays are about 4 games behind the wild card, which, I mean, if they go on a 4-game win streak, that might be the story of the
yeah.
MLB
I
season.
don't think they'll make it.
I don't think they
The
will.
Rays, they beat the Orioles. They beat the Royals in a series back at the start of September. And then the Phillies swept them. And then they split with the Guardians. And then they beat the Red Sox in a series. And they just swept the Blue Jays. So they are on fire right now.
They're on fire, but so are we.
Yeah.
The
So
hot-
this will be the series of the week, I'd say. Rays Tigers. You
Yep.
got 2 hot teams
Yeah.
fighting for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
I think
So-
realistically, what you got to do here is just win 4 games. I think
Big thing you have to notice, though, is the run differential. Rays got a minus 55 run differential. Tigers got positive 37 run differential. We're finding ways to score more runs, especially in these big games when they matter.
What's scary, I just saw the Mariners have a plus 53 run differential.
Yes, they do.
So they've been on a little tear, even though they lost on a walk-off to the Rangers yesterday, which was very good. That was very good for us.
And granted, the Mariners had a much better and consistent season, where the Tigers kind of played like hot garbage for a couple months in the summer.
Didn't this kind of start when we played the Mariners that series? And beat them
Oh
in the
yeah, we
series?
swept the Mariners in the middle of August and beat the Yankees in a series, and
It kind of started from
just
there.
kept consistently winning. And
I don't know
started
what
there.
I don't know what happened. Like, did Hinch have a all players meeting? Be like, hey guys, let's do it.
Baseball's
And
a
then we won.
funny sport.
Baseball is so weird, and I
think
love
you
it.
just get the cancer off the
It's
team.
funny
By
that you
cancer, I
mentioned
mean
that.
hobby.
Yeah,
It's funny
that's
that you
hobby,
mentioned that, Ryan, because I think of it as where you kind of compare it to the players meeting with AJ Hinch. I compare this to Jim Leland when the Tigers, I think it was in 06
It was the 06 season.
when they didn't start off too hot, and Leland just
ripped them a new one.
Exactly. Literally ripped him a new one. He says, if you're going to play like that, I am not going to be your manager. And what the Tigers do, they won like 30 games straight and just didn't look back. And obviously made it to the World Series that year.
It's also going to sound really bad. I think a blessing in disguise was the injuries to the pitching staff, to the starting rotation.
Bullpen days work, people.
The bullpen days are the story of the season. That and Javier Baez's complete negative energy he brought. And Isaac just brought this up. Once Javi left the team, quite literally once he left the team, we started this run.
Yeah.
We really started this run.
Yeah.
Everybody's dating it back to the 22nd of August. When did Javi stop playing? The 23rd. That's when he went down with his injury and he had to get surgery. It's the 23rd. I think that should wake up the front office to being like, all right, well, we got to pay him either way. We'd rather have the team play better. Just DFA him.
Yeah.
You need to.
Him and Maeda need to go. I think the way you need to tackle this offseason, I feel like we're going to bring this up in a couple weeks. I'll give a little preview, but DFA Maeda, DFA Baez, to fill in Maeda's spot in the bullpen, you need to get a guy like Joe Kelly or get a guy like another heavy-hitting rotation piece. And then that's like my kind of goal for the offseason. DFA Maeda and fill that spot with a guy who's on that level as Maeda, but like a little better. Like, I love Joe Kelly, so Joe Kelly's made to be a Tiger. So I feel like getting more bullpen pieces.
Also need a rotation piece, kind of like a Shane Bieber or
Buehler.
Isaac's idea.
Walker
Buehler. I think one of those two, add one of those to the rotation. Maybe keep it a 4 or 5. You want to implement bullpen days.
Yeah.
You want to implement them. It's what's worked. It obviously it's working in today's MLB because of the way managers are managing games and how the norm is for managing games. It's working. Bullpen days are working, especially for this team with our bullpen. You need to have bullpen days, I feel like. We used to scoff at bullpen days and be like, bullpen day, here we go. It's working. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got to keep a bullpen day here and there, especially against a good team, maybe with a lot of righties or a lot of lefties, to keep them guessing.
It also worked for the Orioles, too.
It did, yeah.
Like, the Orioles, their pitching staff is, like, out. It's outside of their big-ticket J1-3 pitcher, Corbin Burns, who looked lights out against the Tigers on Friday.
Yeah, he's good.
He's great.
Corbin Burns is awesome.
Yeah, both the Tigers and the Orioles they're the same team, but the Orioles has a better offense.
They just have
way
more
better
hitters.
offense, like Rutschman, Henderson, Mullins, Santander, Mountcastle. Like, their offense is loaded. Ours is hot right now, but hopefully things change. And I love what I'm seeing so far, and I will be seated tomorrow and Wednesday. Wednesday I'll have both Red Wings preseason and the Tigers, but I'll mostly focus on the Tigers. But I'm also excited for the Red Wings, but that's off topic. But go Tigers.
All right, so for the Tigers, I mean, realistically, they're ahead of game on the Twins. Royals got the tiebreaker. The Royals keep doing what they're doing, and the Twins keep doing what they're doing. I mean, realistically, I know it should be a lock. I mean, I hate to jinx it, but it should be a lock because, 3 games against the White Sox and 3 against the Rays. So I think sweep the White Sox, win 1 or 2 against the Rays, and you should be looking very, very, very nice.
I think the goal should be win each series. If you drop a game to the White Sox,
you have to.
You drop a game to the White Sox. I mean, they can win a game. They've shown life a little bit at the end of the season.
And they have a better record in their last 10 than the Royals do. So.
Right. So just win each series, I'd say. Win each series. Hope the Twins lose at least one series, and then
who did they end their season against?
Should be fine.
So Twins got the Marlins coming up.
Marlins and O's.
Ooh.
So O's will be tough, but I think the Twins will definitely turn it around against the Marlins.
I mean,
who've already pretty much given up on their season.
Yeah.
Maybe they could play spoiler. Teams like to do that.
If they can just drop a game to the Marlins, that's all we can hope for, really.
Quite frankly, yeah.
I feel like the most realistic record this Tigers team can go to at the end of the year is either 4-2 or 5-1.
Yes,
because I feel like I don't want to jinx it, like Isaac said. I feel like we could sweep the White Sox 100%.
I mean, we could sweep the Rays too.
And I feel like
Anyone
we
can sweep
could,
the White
but I don't
Sox.
think-
That's not a huge statement.
Yeah.
I really don't think we're going to sweep the Rays. I feel like we're going to drop a game to the Rays.
Yeah,
I really do, and I feel like this team could go 5-1 and still make the wild card, but just got to keep winning. That's
I mean,
all.
either way, to put a button on it, either way, this run has been a lot of fun. It's been meaningful, almost October baseball. We're going to be playing meaningful October baseball, which is just incredible to say with this team.
Yeah.
It's been a very fun team to watch, and now we just need the Pistons to wake up.
Oh gosh.
We just need the Pistons to wake
I
up.
thought we weren't talking about them this episode, dude.
we
Hey.
never won't talk about the Pistons.
This is true, Isaac.
The only problem I'm having
We'll
right
find
now
a way to sneak them in.
Exactly.
is
Deal with it.
I've seen everybody on social media comments and posts saying, "Oh, it's everybody but the Pistons. The Pistons are our sacrifice. The Pistons are," and I just keep seeing my team get dogged. Which is, you know what? It's understandable. I get it. Look, we were
Yeah.
historically Garbaggio. We were bad.
Deserve it.
However, Cade Cunningham and friends, through the power of friendship, will turn the tides this season and win 30 games. They will.
Hopefully. I mean,
I hope so.
I don't think
One
so.
can only hope.
I am delusional, and I need to seek a therapist.
One
because
can
this
only
team's-
hope.
I could see it. Maybe
The other-
We'll see.
One can only hope. The others can only just watch.
Just watch
I'm-
a sinking ship.
The more I thought about it, the more I realized, and it's mostly you two that's basically convinced me that I'm more excited for the Pistons than Red Wings now because we have no expectation.
'Cause it's
If
going to be
there's no
fun.
expectations, it's only you can. If you don't expect anything, you can, or you only expect disappointment. You can only be positively surprised.
And because like before that statement, I was way more excited for the Red Wings because we have expectations and we're good.
Yeah.
And this is like the first full season that I'm watching this team, both the Red Wings I'm talking about. Now I'm more excited about the Pistons because I realize we don't have that pressure of making the playoffs. The Red Wings do. And I'm still going to be watching both teams extensively. Same with the Lions, same with the Tigers too. But every Detroit sports team I'm going to watch extensively. That's a given. In the words of the great Michael Rosenkranz, sports takes precedence over academics.
This is
We shouldn't
very
say this on a CMU broadcast of cinematic arts production.
It's already been said. What's
already
done
been
has
said.
been done.
Okay.
It's already been said. What done's
Sorry,
been
CMU,
done.
we love
Shout out the
school. We
commercial
love
that
school.
Anthony
We love
Anthony
school, we
made.
promise.
It's great stuff.
Thank you. Anyways, so after this break, we're going to take a quick break here. After this break, we're going to talk some football. We're going to talk some Lions. We're going to talk some NFL. None of us did too hot in our picks. We're going to go over it. You can't really pick at this NFL anymore.
No, you can't. Too
You're
much
watching
parity.
Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. We'll be right back after this. Sports cards, signed jerseys, signed helmets, and more. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles is your one-stop shop for all things the hobby. Make sure to check them out down Mission Street in Mount Pleasant, right past Meyer. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Join Michael Rosenkranz,
Sports take precedence over academics.
I agree, but
Ryan Donnelly,
Corbin Burns, who is their big ticket J13 item. Scooble is with us. Scooble's our big ticket.
Did
J1.
you just call Tarek Scooble James?
And Anthony Schulte.
I have an issue.
You have.
There is no break. It's a constant grind. It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, it's.
As they navigate through the Detroit sports landscape. Live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. on 101.1 The Beat in Mount Pleasant and at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk.
Welcome back, Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. Isaac Haffenden, Ryan Donnelly, Michael Rosenkranz, Anthony Schulte here with you on this fine Victory Monday for the Detroit Lions. Finding a way to pull out another win against the Arizona Cardinals, 20-13. Defense. We mentioned it in the open, in the 3 stars. defense outplayed the offense, and the defense won us that game, I'd say.
Yeah.
Defense was incredible. Hutchinson got another sack. Kirby with another INT. A lot of great pass breakups. Terrion fighting through the penalties he's going to get called on as a rookie. Fighting through great coverage in the grand scheme of things. Had some costly penalties, I will admit, but he made some really big plays towards the end of that game, and the defense held up and won us that game.
Improvements. That's all I could say. And improvements from both offense and defense. And I will say this, if we could limit Jared Goff under 30 throws a game, we will be fine. Because of last week where he threw, hold on, let me check again. 55 passes.
That was absurd.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We figured it out. We found out that I almost said Donovan Edwards. David Montgomery existed. This offense is looking way better.
That
than
was the
last
right
week.
balance of rush and pass.
Yes.
You have the best
No doubt
running
about
back
it.
group and running back room in the NFL. You need to have Montgomery at least needs to touch the ball 20 times. Gibbs needs to touch the ball at least 15 times, and you need to utilize Gibbs in the passing game. They did, obviously, in that last game. In the game week 2. That's the perfect balance. You have 27, 28 pass attempts from Goff
20. I think it was
23.
I thought it was 26. Hold
in
on.
the
Mid-20s.
20s for Goff.
Mid-20s.
In the 20s, it's even. That was even. That was an even attack, and you utilized your run game. And what is going to win you games? It is the brutal force and the unhuman strength
23
of
passing
David
attempts for
Montgomery.
Jared Goff.
I should have known that because I made the graphic. David Montgomery is going to take this team to the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is so strong. He was running so strong, he got picked up and he was still moving. He was running so strong, he had 4 or 5 Cardinals and he just wouldn't go down. And I love David Montgomery's move when he's close to the line and you're like, oh, he's going to be short. And then all of a sudden you just see him not down yet, just extend back and get that ball over the first down marker.
That second effort.
Yes, the second effort. David Montgomery is the definition of this team. Grit, toughness, and resilience. That he is the definition of this football team. He was one of the best pickups. This might be an overreaction, but it's Overreaction Monday. He might be one of the best pickups in Detroit Lions history. Think about it. He might be. I am that high on David Montgomery.
Come back to me in a year.
I am that high on David Montgomery right now.
I mean,
he has
yeah,
won
he
us our
should,
2
but-
games this year. He has won us our 2 games, and he was the only touchdown scorer in our last game.
I mean, it is Overreaction Monday, so I get it. Also, let's talk about that red zone offense. Way, way better.
Way better.
I'll
better.
clap
I
it
mean,
up.
Way
A lot
better.
Way better.
lot
I
better.
Say that.
I applaud. I don't know how many times they're in the red zone, like 3 or 4. I think they scored all 3. Every time, perfect red zone offense. Ben Johnson, you were my first star for a reason. You and Glenn were my first star for a reason. Vast improvements. Improvements. 188 rushing yards by the Lions. We held Kyler Murray to, I think, like 74, which is, I think, the lowest he's had all year.
Yeah.
And the fact that we sacked Kyler Murray, beautiful.
I think we need to improve on our defense on when mobile quarterbacks break the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Because it just seems like every time we play a mobile quarterback or a quarterback that's known for being a runner, he just has green grass in front of him. So I think the game plan for a mobile quarterback when he goes mobile needs to be a little bit better. We need to see some more improvements on that end. But seeing Kyler Murray's first 2 performances this season and then being able to limit him the way we did yesterday is quite impressive, and it just kind of shows just how much Aaron Glenn has improved from earlier last season when he wasn't the best. He wasn't making the best decisions. He wasn't making the best reads, and he wasn't making the best play calls. We could be honest with that. Aaron Glenn wasn't too hot at the start of last season. Let's be honest. He's gotten better. Way better. And I'm happy we kept him. I'm happy he didn't leave because he's gotten way better on that front. And we're seeing a lot more adjustments, and we're seeing a lot better play calls and a lot better reading of what the offenses are going to do. And I'm a lot happier with Aaron Glenn's play calling at the start of this season. all I want to see is some better adjustments on the mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah, and especially because we have Geno Smith next week, who's pretty mobile, I'd say.
Did you just say Geno Smith is mobile?
What?
I don't think
No,
he's
that's
too
just-
mobile.
I mean, he could be mobile
He
against
could be.
Star.
He could be. He
No,
was very
he's not
very
a mobile
mobile in
quarterback.
college, I'd say.
But I
Well,
definitely
College,
wouldn't.
what's that, like
Geno
10 years
Smith
ago?
is 33 years of age, and he is about to be 34 on October 10th. He has a great birthday.
October 10th, because isn't that close to your birthday?
It is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
October birthdays are the best birthdays.
There you
Geno
go.
Smith scares me. a
No, he
lot.
doesn't.
Why would? Please, Brian, please expand on why he.
Oh God! Now they're gonna make another commercial out of me. I know this song and dance too well.
Dig out of your grave.
I can't dig out of my
You
grave
have
now.
you have a chance to save yourself. Geno Smith can be a good quarterback.
Listen,
Yeah, he can.
Geno Smith. I'm gonna be honest. Never mind. Here, he has one elite wide receiver in DK Metcalf.
Yes.
He's
DK
got
Metcalf.
He's got Tyler Lockett,
Tyler
who's
Lockett,
riding on my
question mark?
fantasy bench. You got
Jackson.
Jackson Smith and
Jackson
Jigba,
Smith and
always
Jigba.
dangerous in the slot.
Zach Charbonnet, who looked really well
He's
yesterday.
been great.
Zach
Yeah.
Charbonnet's
The
been really
the
good.
Seahawks offense is high powered. The Seahawks defense is high
Their
powered.
defense is good.
They
One
have
of
the
the
best
best secondaries.
They have the best secondary in the NFL. Devon Witherspoon looked phenomenal last year, and he's looked very good so far to start this year. My favorite name in the entire NFL is Kobe Bryant, and he plays for the Seahawks.
What about Michael Jackson?
And Michael? Oh yeah, your secondary is Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson,
Michael
Tariq
Jackson's
Woolen's
up
still there.
and yeah.
Forgot about him.
I get so scared when it comes to Seahawks weeks. I feel like we play them every year and
We do.
lose. We lose.
Them and the
Every time.
Cowboys. We always play the Seahawks at
Heck,
home and the
Seahawks
Cowboys on
walked
the
us
road.
off in overtime.
Yep.
Granted,
Not too long
Pete
ago,
Carroll's
it was
gone,
Tyler Lockett.
so
Hopefully,
Pete Carroll is gone.
It
so.
seems like this new guy knows what he's doing. This
Yeah.
Mike McDonald
Yeah.
character knows what he's doing. He's
Pete Carroll always owned the Lions.
Well, to be fair, the Dolphins were the Seahawks were playing a very not healthy Dolphins yesterday.
Hospital Dolphins.
Tim Boyle is a
TB12
starting
had
quarterback.
minutes yesterday, and it's not Tom Brady we're thinking about.
Yeah,
Just
You can't take
Ryan
that too
Tannehill needs a job.
he
Come
does.
home, Ryan.
He does. Mm-hmm. It's just Seahawks week scares me, and I never really am pro Lions when it comes to Seahawks week. But times are changing. Pete Carroll's not on the team. We have a somewhat healthy. We have a somewhat healthy team outside of Aleem McNeil, who was out yesterday. For
This
most of
week
the
5
game.
bye isn't that bad of a deal.
Yeah,
No, week 5
it's not
bye we
that
need
bad.
it. We are the injury bug just keeps hitting us. Laporta sprained ankle. Aleem McNeil, he was out for the rest of the game yesterday. I don't think I saw an injury
think he came
diagnosis
back.
for him. I don't know if Aleem. I don't know what happened with
Worst
Aleem.
case scenario, he'll be back for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Who else went down yesterday?
Derek Barnes went down. Levi Onwuzurike went down
Levi
for a little
O
bit,
went
but
down.
he came back in.
Brian
Anzalone
Branch
was
for a
out.
second.
Anzalone was out.
That was a scare.
We thought he got paralyzed.
He
Yeah.
wasn't moving for a little bit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a
That was
spinal
scary.
thing.
Hopefully he's
Neck. It was a neck.
Oh, neck? Okay.
It was
I
a
mean,
neck
same
injury,
thing.
but yeah, you don't
Basically.
play around
Hopefully
with
he's
that
back soon
stuff.
because
He'll be
we
back.
need him back.
No, he'll be back.
He was back on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
I
was.
didn't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was back on the field. He
I
was
didn't-
fine.
I
He just
did
got
not-
stunned a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
A stone cold stunner, if you will.
yeah, but Seahawks week always scares me, and same with Cowboys week. But
I think a player we need to talk about here that we haven't even mentioned yet. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
oh my,
Just a
gosh,
great
yes.
performance yesterday. 7 catches. I want to say 75 yards and a tud.
Yep.
And he was one of the moving pieces of the hook and ladder. Incredible performance. Had the game-sealing first down catch. Great catch. Great hands, as always, by Amon-Ra. Great performance. I think he was, other than Montgomery, I think he was the offensive MVP yesterday. I mean, a subpar game from the offensive line,
Yeah.
which is hard to believe. But if you're going to have a bad game, have it against the Cardinals' defensive line. You're going to have a bad game. Wasn't the best game for my boy. He's had better outings,
Yeah.
but he can bounce back. It's Penei Sewell. He's an all-pro for a reason. I think Amon-Ra deserves his flowers after yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a big thing where, again, you have your defense outperforming the offense. And again, it's little things that you can always make improvement on. Defense has to try to get healthy by next week because you went down with so many injuries
But the
yesterday.
defense was still that good.
It
with
was
all those
still
injuries,
good. It was a
which is
lot of guys that stepped up when they needed
very,
to.
very positive to see. Once this offense can right the ship and kind of turn into the offense we saw consistently last season, because let's be honest, it's not what we saw last. It does not feel the same as last season.
No.
And like what Dan Campbell said in his interview in the beginning of the third quarter, depth.
Yeah.
We have depth.
We do.
Oh, they do.
And once this offense starts clicking and it starts humming again like it was last year, think about it. We're 2-1 right now, and the offense hasn't really been clicking like that, like it used to. There's been some hiccups, we could say. Once those things are ironed out completely, we might be dropping 35 and only giving up 10 to 13 points.
There's got to be a fine line where both sides of the ball is on top of their game. And it's early, only 2-1 on the year. Got the Seahawks next week at Ford Field, Monday Night Football primetime. This will be, in my mind, a big prove-it game.
Yeah.
Because the Seahawks have had your number for a long time. Seahawks walked you off in overtime at
your
Ford
place.
Field
Yeah.
not too long ago. Tyler Lockett, who's another great receiver on the Seahawks. Seahawks have weapons.
Oh, yeah.
They have the offense. They have the defense. Do not overestimate the Seahawks.
I feel like the fact that the Seahawks have our number is going to light a fire under every single player, especially the ones that have been here. Every single player, there's going to be a fire lit under them to win this game. Because who is the one thorn on your side? The Seahawks. Who's the one team you can't find a way to beat right now? The Seahawks. Who's the one team that's going to keep showing up on your schedule?
The Seahawks.
You got to find a way to beat them this year.
And
you have to find a way.
There's a reason why they're my number one least favorite team in the NFL is because we play them every week, every year.
Over the Packers is crazy.
That is kind of wild. And the Bears.
One more thing.
Two commercials.
You're making me work tonight.
Yes.
Ryan's going to get all
Ryan
sorts
is a klutz. He doesn't. I'm just kidding.
Ryan's going to get all sorts of bookings for commercials by the time he just says such great stuff.
Good one-liners from Ryan.
Good one-liners. Absolutely.
To your point, I will support you here. I see why the Seahawks could be your least favorite team.
Yeah.
Because they are the thorn in our side. The Packers will always be my least favorite team.
Same.
Then the Bears. I actually was a Seahawks fan. I'm not going to lie. I was a Seahawks fan back when I was a little young lad when they were in the Super Bowl because of Marshawn Lynch. I loved Skittles.
As a kid.
I have pictures of...
Pats fan?
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady.
I mean, yeah, but...
Well, I was a Brady fan.
What was the... the other team with the star.
That's on your duffel bag.
3 commercial.
Next up, let me pull up a picture of the duffel bag.
No.
I will say though,
put that in the graphic.
Oh yeah, we got to toss up. Do we toss up the duffel bag?
Show the duffel bag right now. That's my duffel bag.
There's the duffel bag. Isn't it great?
I got it when I was in, I want to say 6th grade. It was a Christmas gift, and I want to burn it.
Oh, that's an email. Anyways, Skittles was one of my favorite players growing up, and that's why I loved the Seahawks back then. But times have changed. There is no more Skittles. There is no more Marshawn Lynch. There is no more fan in me of the Seahawks. I don't like them. Yeah. I am on your side with that. I don't like the Seahawks.
The thing is, I hate the Seahawks because we play them and we lose. Like with the thing with the Packers, we could play them twice and beat them once or twice. Mm-hmm. We could play the Bears twice and beat them once or twice. We could beat the Vikings. We could beat them once or twice. The thing is, the Seahawks, they come in and beat us every year. That's why I hate it. They're like the they're like the high school bully in like the high school movie. Yeah. They're like, hey, loser, and beat you up. That's the Seattle Seahawks, and that's why I hate the Seahawks so much.
Michael, real quick, and then we're gonna move on to NFL.
Yeah, just to sort of wrap up this segment with the Lions, you need to keep this balance how you had it yesterday. Mm-hmm. Both the running and the passing game. Goff was 18 of 23, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Only one bad decision from Goff, and it was
one bad decision off that crossing route in the middle.
That's going to
We
happen.
like
That's
to
gonna happen.
utilize those crossing routes a lot. That's a common play call from Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
He likes to utilize those crossing routes a lot.
He's like me and Madden.
There you go. Amon-Ra St. Brown it was good to see him get back active. Sam Laporta, Brock Wright, it was good to see them get back
Good to
in the
see
mix.
some tight end targets.
Exactly, something that you were lacking over the last 2 weeks.
Let's hope Sam Laporta can heal up and hopefully be
And
available
right
Monday.
now, our identity seems to be running the football
It has
and
to be,
just
yeah.
going
As it should
through
be.
the trenches.
You have the offensive line, you have the elusive and the power, you have the beautiful balance. You need to utilize it. And we made that mistake of not utilizing it against the Buccaneers, and now we got to right the ship.
Yes.
I think, what is our record against the Seahawks?
13-5, or the Seahawks have a 13-5 record against us all time.
When was the last time we beat them? Did you
the last
find that?
time that the Lions beat the Seahawks, you got to go even further.
Oh, yeah.
The last time the Lions beat the Seahawks at home was in 2012, October
Yep.
28th, 2012. So the Seahawks have beat you for the last 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
last-
This is a must win.
The Seahawks have had your number.
I've watched the Seahawks, or not the Seahawks, I've watched the Lions since probably like 2015, like the last year with Calvin Johnson. And I say that I hate the Seahawks because we always lose because in my lifespan, we've lost.
I've never seen the Lions beat the Seahawks.
Never seen them. Maybe
did-
Monday's the day.
I know I watched that game in 2012 because I did watch every game back then. I don't remember it, but I know I watched it. When did I start watching the Lions? Probably 2010 with my dad.
I was probably right around there. Go
Yeah.
back to the days of Javid Best, Calvin Johnson.
Yes, I had a Javid Best jersey.
I had a T-shirt or a long sleeve lion shirt of Javid Best.
Nice.
I remember that.
My first Lions jersey, I believe, was Calvin Johnson.
Mine
There
was
you go.
Golden Tate.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Nice.
It was Calvin Johnson, Aiden Hutchinson, and now Sam Laporta, and then Hayden Hutchinson again.
Yes.
Yes, Mom and Dad, I did get another Lions jersey.
Nice.
It's a good way for them to find out.
Yes, it is.
A blue
Let's
one.
see if they find out. Let's see if they watch the program.
Yeah, it's a good little test for them.
Yes.
Grandma will know, and then she'll tell my parents.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to move on to NFL real quickly. Quickly go through our just horrendous week in picks. I mean, you can't pick
Don't
the
blame
NFL.
us. Blame the NFL.
Blame the parity in the NFL. Every team is good now, which is good and bad. You can't pick them. But
Except the
it's fun to
Cowboys.
watch. Yes, you can always pick the Cowboys to lose, and you will most of the time win because it's fun to lose. Anyways, first game, Thursday Night Football. Jets absolutely demolished the Patriots. My opponent had the Jets defense, 24-3.
I picked the Jets.
I picked the Jets.
Jets.
Yep, so we're all victorious there. The Packers throttle the Titans, 30-14.
Packers.
I
did
picked the
pick the
Packers, and the funny thing was, I was doing PA announcing for the Central Michigan women's hockey team yesterday. Great weekend, by the way. Great weekend for them. They're going to be an exciting team to watch. One of the very first plays I saw was... I can't get over how bad Will Levis is. One of the first plays I saw when I opened up that game was Jair Alexander's pick six.
Will Levis creates a meme every single week, it
Does.
seems. And he also has
He's
his
just
only endorsement's
bad.
that freaking Mayo commercial.
Exactly.
He doesn't even deserve that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
And of course, it's a Mayo commercial. Anyways. All right, Texans, Vikings. What a disappointment to America. The Texans got absolutely smoked. Just terrible.
And I think that definitely shows you that the Vikings are a sleeper team right now in the NFC North.
Yep.
They've
always had
possession
weapons.
of first right now. Yes, they do.
They have a running back. They have a receiver. They don't even have Hawkinson. I think, has Addison played yet? Or is he still injured?
Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either.
I don't know.
Red
I
Zone doesn't
would
really show him, so.
I would say he's gotten maybe a couple snaps, but
No, he was
he was out for week 3.
So they're doing this without
actually with an
Addison,
ankle
without
injury.
Hawkinson. Their offensive line it looks pretty good right now. We didn't really know what it was going to be coming into the season. And their defense was a giant question mark. And, they held the Texans to 7 points. So, hey, good on the Vikings. Good for you guys. You're 3-0. One of the only 3-0 teams left, and I can't believe it.
Heck, Sam Darnold's looking like C.J. Stroud right about now.
Oh, Sam Darnold was looking incredible.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, he's actually younger than Joe Burrow.
Sam
What?
Darnold?
Yeah, he is. Google it.
What?
This is a revelation here that brought on by Isaac.
I know.
Yeah,
I
Joe
know.
Burrow is 27.
Sam Darnold's also 27.
Look at the birthdays.
And Sam Darnold.
He studied the birthdays.
I didn't
wild.
study them. I just saw something about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Sam Darnold was born on June 5th, and Joe Burrow was born on December 10th. So there you go. Sam Darnold's
Crazy
just about
thought.
6 months,
And
5
Sam
days.
Darnold was
6
drafted
months,
in what,
5 days.
2017?
2018, and Burrow
Wow.
was drafted 2 years later. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. All right,
that
Colts
is.
and Bears. The Colts do
This
us
is
a
our
favor.
Colts. This is our team. Yada, yada, yada,
We
yada, yada,
bleed
yada. I picked the
blue.
Colts. I hate you, Anthony
the Colts.
Richardson.
Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Bears.
We'll bear down with Josh Downs. This is our
team,
Colts.
We
Go.
we-
This is our team. Go Colts.
Yeah, this is something. Nice.
Clip it.
Clip it. Very nice.
All
I
right,
am.
Giants and Browns. What the heck? Danny Dimes. Shout out Tone. Shout out Big Tone.
How did the New York Football Giants just win a football
Malik
game?
Neighbors makes Danny Dimes look like prime Tom Brady in the pocket.
Yes.
What is going on? Malik Neighbors is a special talent. I don't attest this to any talent in Daniel Jones's body because he doesn't possess it. It is all Malik Neighbors. All of it. None of this is Daniel Jones. None of it.
How
None
about
of it,
the
Tony.
Giants' defense? 8 sacks.
Swiss cheese, the Cleveland Browns offensive line is.
Insane.
The Cleveland Browns, the disappointment probably of the season so far, huh?
I expected this.
I know. I expected the Browns to be good. Maybe it's just a disappointment to me. Maybe I just was
I
too high on
expected
the
the Browns' defense to be the best in the NFL, and
Browns'
the Browns'
defense was
offense to be one
solid
of the
last
worst.
year.
I mean, okay. Going into it, you got Deshaun. I thought Deshaun was going to show something. No.
No,
I
never
thought.
that.
Okay. What the?
What?
My pigskin pick'em just went weird.
Yeah, mine did too.
Did they skip a game?
That's odd. They just kind of deleted 2 games from the NFL season.
Well,
All right. Nope, it's back. All right. Sorry.
What game do you have next after
Steelers and Chargers.
That's
Yeah, I
mine
got
too.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, I thought the Browns were going to be pretty good with their offense. Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Njoku, Deshaun. I thought Deshaun was going to find it. He has the weapons. He has the weapons to try and find what he was. Pre-drama, we'll say. Pre-drama.
Pre-drama.
And he just can't. He's just not the same quarterback anymore. You can lead a cow to grass, but is he going to eat it?
No.
Who knows? It's up to the cow. The cow doesn't want to throw the ball well, so the cow's not going to be good. Anyways, Chargers and Isaac Steelers. I picked the Chargers like a dunce.
I picked the Chargers.
I picked the Steelers.
I pick Jim Harbaugh.
And Frank
Jim
the Tank
Harbaugh. The Chargers actually might be pretty good.
The Steelers
just
might be
lost.
the best team in the NFL.
Steelers. Are the Steelers going to go on another 11-0 streak and then miss the playoffs?
They made the playoffs and just got their butts kicked by the Browns.
So they basically missed the playoffs.
Yeah, close enough. But yes, they will make the playoffs, and yes, they will be playing the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Flip
that's
it.
how it
That's
works.
not
Flip it.
happening.
Flip it.
That's a very bold statement, Isaac.
Justin Fields leading a team to the Super Bowl just doesn't sit well in my mouth.
He was not the problem in Chicago.
No, obviously the problem in Chicago is Chicago. It's Chicago's coaching
No quarterback
staff.
will ever do good in Chicago.
Nope.
Because they're allergic to having a good offensive
Who's their
line.
best quarterback in history?
Jay
Cutler?
Jay Cutler.
Jay
Jay
Cutler.
Cutler, more than likely.
Jay Cutler.
Rex Grossman? Who was even the quarterback they won a Super Bowl with? I don't even know. They don't have good quarterbacks, and they never will.
No.
Hey, NFL fans, outside of Caleb Williams, Jay Cutler, and Justin Fields, name one Chicago Bears quarterback. Oh, wait.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell.
Boom.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, Mitchell.
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon. Oh, no.
Mike
I forgot about I forgot about Trubisky.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bucks
Bucks and Broncos. Oh, I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Everyone did.
defense. I had their defense in fantasy, and they got me one. Count them, one singular gold doubloon on fantasy.
I think
They
everyone
lost
picked
me
the
9
Bucks.
points.
Everyone picked
I
the
picked
Bucks.
the Bucks.
I picked the Bucks.
Okay, Eagles and Saints next.
I picked
this.
the Saints. I thought I picked the Eagles. What?
I picked-
No. I thought I picked the Eagles.
I picked the Eagles.
I picked the Saints.
I picked the Saints because a little birdie once told us that the Saints are a sleeper team.
They are
in
still.
the NFC.
They lost by 3.
Right, they lost by 3. A very low-scoring game against the Eagles. Both teams are now 2-1.
They were going to win that game until Saquon Barkley decided to do well for
well,
my
that's good
fantasy
for
team.
you. I was going to say.
Saquon Tuds always feed the families well.
Let's talk about this next game.
Anyways, to quote a certain C.J. Gardner-Johnson after the Eagles versus Saints game, he said the Saints are pretenders, not contenders.
Well, it's
Let's
also
see
C.J. Gardner-Johnson, CD Deuce.
CD
So,
Deuce. Let's see if that statement holds up.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's not going to.
Oh, my
Our
gosh.
next game, the Raiders.
Everyone
Suck.
got this wrong.
They suck.
America got it wrong.
The 4% that, and I will say this, I was going to pick the Panthers on my parlay. I
No, you were
stand
not.
by this.
You were
I
LeBron
stand
James.
by this.
Oh,
No, no,
yeah,
no.
I think I was just going to... I was talking to Bronny. I was going to pick the Panthers on my parlay.
I stand by this. I was going to pick the Panthers
LeCap.
and decided not to. I decided not to pick the Panthers because I was like, no, there's no way the Panthers were going to win. So I had belief in this Panthers team, in the Red Rocket, because you
did
have
not have
weapons.
belief.
Deontay Johnson,
I don't
Adam
believe a
Thielen.
word you're saying, Hunk.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't believe a word I'm saying?
LeCap.
Why is it so blurry?
That's the picture that you put in the group chat.
LeCap.
You are LeCapping right now.
The Panthers looked pretty good.
The Red Rifle.
problem.
Bryce Young had 0 passing touchdowns all year. Andy Dalton had 3 in the first half. Bryce
you
Young is
everything you
the
need to
worst
know.
quarterback in NFL history.
And then I picked the Dolphins in our next game against the Seahawks. That was a
I
terrible
went the
mistake.
Seahawks.
I went the Seahawks.
The
I went the
Dolphins are
Dolphins.
battered, bruised, and I don't
Feeble.
think
I feel
Feeble.
exactly. And they're not going down a very bright road here.
I feel really bad for all Dolphins fans, especially one named Frank Fleming. I
Yeah.
feel really bad.
At least he has the Mets now.
Oh yeah, the Mets are doing pretty good right now.
All right, our next game, 49ers and Rams. I picked the 49ers.
I picked the
ha,
Niners.
Ha, 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 ha.
I picked I picked the Niners.
I picked the Rams, and they won.
Of course he did. Of course he did. What was your record this week?
Let me check. My record this week was
9-5.
9-5.
Yeah, and you're in first place for a reason. Yeah, look at that. And the Lions, they beat the Cardinals. We all took the Lions. The Ravens beat the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Octagon, hexagon, rectagon, season gone.
Where did
Oh,
Rectagon.
rectangle. Dang it.
Clip it. Clip it.
What's the other? What's the other agon?
Octagon? Pentagon?
I said
hexagon?
octagon.
Septagon?
Hold on. Let's take a look
Pentagon.
at Card Guys. It is
Pentagon,
Pentagon.
hexagon, septagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon.
So the Cowboys, they lost.
it's Pentagon, Hexagon, Octagon, Season Gone.
Rectagon.
Rectagon. Rectagon.
All
We're
right.
just getting so many gold bits from
Well,
the show today.
zooming through this one,
Rectagon.
the Falcons. I have a bone to pick with you, stupid birds. All right, Falcons. Let's go over our 2-minute drill because
picked
a
them up, too.
newborn baby would call a better game. Listen here, you're at 4th and 5. Where were they, like the 15 or something? And you're gonna go for another end zone shot to Kyle Pitts to win the game with what was it, like just under 2 minutes left? You had like 1:30 left or something.
Plenty of time.
Plenty. Why are you take the points? Make it a 2-point game. Your defense has been balling the entire night. Your defense has been great the entire night. Trust the defense. Take the points. But no. We're going to trust in Kirko Chains to throw a prayer to Kyle Pitts. To throw it to Kyle Pitts of all people. And what was it, double coverage? I don't know. My games are running together. I watch too much football. And then, guess what happens? Your defense does good. They hold him to a 3-and-out because the Chiefs' offense doesn't look too sexy right now. you get right back down the field because the Chiefs just love throwing dirty laundry onto the field. And guess what? You could have drawn the clock out. You could have made them use their two timeouts, get at least under a minute left to go with a lead. Just kick the field goal with Younghoe Koo. You have a great kicker. Kick the field goal, win the game!
That's the Dan Campbell effect.
Dan Campbell has ruined the sport forever.
I just called a better 2-minute report than an NFL head coach.
Yes.
And not only that 4th and 5, the 4th and inches, why would you run
a predictable Bijan Robinson route run to the left? Who would have thunk it? Who would have guessed that?
And not only that, you let so many guys get through the Falcons' offensive line. A great read here. It's predictable.
You don't think the Chiefs' defensive coordinator, who's a great defensive coordinator, why am I forgetting his name?
Steve Spagnuolo.
You don't think he's gonna just? Oh yeah, they're gonna run with Bijan. Let's just play for that. Really?
Very disappointing ending by
the Anthony
Falcons.
Schulte upset of the week. I still count it because dang it.
Anyways, Monday night, we have 2 games. More football. Woohoo! Jags, Bills. I picked the Jags as my Ryan Donnelly upset of the week. This might backfire. And then the Commanders, Bengals. I also picked the Bengals.
Yes, I have
picked
the Bills
the
and Bengals.
Bills,
Double
Bengals.
B's tonight.
Bills, Bengals.
Bills, Bengals.
Jags, Bengals.
Go Bills. I need this, so I'm out of the basement.
And our new rule, you can't switch your upset.
That's been a rule.
That's been a rule.
If you pick a Monday night game, you cannot switch your upset.
All right, fine then. I'm going to stay with the Jags. This is
You
going to
locked it in.
My pick is locked in.
Yes.
This is
Picks are locked in.
This is going to be a very rough upset.
If it happens, I will give you all the flowers on
I
my
have 3 teams in the NFL that I like. 1 that I love, 2 that I like. I love the Lions. I love the like.
Would you like to finish your sentence, Mr. Donnelly?
I like the Cowboys.
No.
I like the Cowboys.
You said a certain word first out of true passion and heart. It came naturally. So
I like the Cowboys and I like the Jags. Okay? Let's end the show. I want to go to English class.
I'm trying to get something to eat after this.
Hope y'all got something to eat.
Hope y'all got something to
Did
eat.
Donovan Edwards ever get something to eat? The world may never know.
The world may never know, and
Based on his state of mind, I'd say he kind of had to.
Oh, boy. Well, that's all we have for this just incredible show. That's all we have for today's show. Thanks for tuning in to Card Guys Season 3, Episode 5 on 101.1 The Beat and YouTube. Stay tuned for Wednesday's program where we talk about more Tigers baseball, and we make our Week 4 NFL picks. For my good buddies, Isaac Haffenden, Ryan Donnelly, and Michael Rosenkranz, I'm Anthony Schulte saying, so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad. I'm coming home October 25th and 26th. Justin Timberlake.
Go team.